side from Myron Digital. First of all, I welcome you all to joining this training. I spent a lot of time building that out, and I know you're going to get a ton of value out of it. So, without wasting any further time, so let's jump into the training. Okay, let me first share my screen. What we're going to be covering today is how to 2x your daily bookings in less than 12 weeks. So this whole training is actually divided into 4 parts. First is different ways to do digital marketing of your limo business. So we're going to be covering what is SEO, PPC, or other ways to do digital marketing of your limo business. So under this topic, we're going to be covering why you need a website and what kind of features you need to include in your website so that it actually converts. Okay, so then we'll be covering what is a paid search, PPC, and what is SEO, and what you should use for your limo business. And then we're going to be discussing about how does paid search works, and then we'll be discussing about the right set of keywords that you should use while creating your Google ad campaigns, and how to eliminate the wrong traffic, how to add the right negative keywords, because that's also very important. Okay, you do not want to waste your ad spend or your ad budget with like irrelevant clicks. And then we'll be covering what a high converting landing page looks like in limo industry. Okay, so we'll be covering what is a landing page and why you should be using landing pages while running Google Ads. And then we'll be discussing about how to do the follow-ups with your leads, with your customers, and developing a correct follow-up system and building reputation. Like once you serve a client, you should be requesting your clients to give positive feedbacks, give reviews, so that you can build your online reputation with time. Okay, then we'll be covering about tracking your ROI. So you should track your, if you are spending money on advertisement or even on SEO, so you should be tracking your ROI, what you'll be getting in return. Okay, how much you are spending, how much you are getting out of your spend. So how you can track the ROI of your limo business. And you should know your numbers, like what a lead cost for to your business, and what's your customer acquisition cost, lifetime value of a customer in your business. So we'll be discussing about those numbers. And at last, we'll be discussing about what Limo Digital. It's basically a app. uh, Whatever we'll be covering in this training, I'll be explaining you what you should do for your limo business, okay, to increase your revenue, to have some cash flow. And then I'll be giving a way to you how you can actually implement all these pieces from this app, Limo Digital app. Okay, so and also have a surprise for you guys at the end of this training. So but for that you need to watch the complete training first, then you will gonna be getting a surprise. And it's worth watching this whole training, because I spent a lot of time building that out. I just even didn't build this from reading the content online, but actually we have served 2-3 clients recently, limo business clients. So from those clients experience, during that 3-4 months of experience I'm working with those clients, so based on that, based on the learnings, I have created this whole training. And it's totally worth for you to watch the entire training and then come to that surprise part. Okay, so but first, who am I, why do you listen to me? So let me share a little bit about myself. So this is my LinkedIn page. Okay, so you can connect with me on LinkedIn. So but yeah, in short, let me tell you, I have about 14 years of digital marketing experience in total. And I am a computer engineering graduate. I have done my computer engineering in 2006, and then I started working with uh, MNC, multinational company, US based MNC, Aon Hewitt, and I worked there for around 7 years. I worked as a system analyst there, and then I started working with Xerox Business Services. I worked there for around 2 years, and then I started my own startup, Virtual Retail Private Limited. It's basically like online advertising business. And then I started this Myron Digital, okay, 2 years back. So with Myron Digital, we served a lot of clients. So it's basically a digital marketing agency. We served a lot of chiro practitioners, a lot of businesses in the US, a few realtors, as well as few other uh, category businesses. But recently, like just before Corona, we started working with Limo business. Okay, and then based on the findings that we had with those two companies, working with two transport companies, and then we just started working with one another Limo business. And based on like our experience working with those three Limo businesses, so we have just created this whole training. And I just want to give some value out of you guys so that you can implement all these things within your business and grow your business. So we implemented all these things to three companies, three Limo companies that we worked with. And their revenue just like moved from I would say one company had 20,000 monthly revenue, one had 50,000 monthly revenue, and one was at 80,000 monthly revenue. And with all three companies, their revenue, we did like 5x their revenue. Okay, so you can implement all the things that I'm going to discussing about in the training. And I would suggest pay attention to each and everything that we're going to be covering today. And this is our website. You can check our website, and we have a presence in Canada as well as in India. And even you can send us an email after the training if you have any questions, any doubts about any of the things that we're going to be covering today. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the first thing is that you need is a website that actually converts. Make sure that your website is converting visitors into leads or bookings. Let's say you're getting about 100 visitors a week to your website. Maybe they are coming to request a quote, or maybe they are coming just to check about your services, and your website converts at about 10%. Conversion here means how many visitors that are actually coming to your website are taking some action. Maybe they are calling you on your number or requesting a code. Okay, so that's basically conversion. If 100 visitors are coming to your website and only 10 are taking some action, so your conversion rate is at 10%. So by just optimizing your website and making some tweaks to your website, if you are able to improve your conversion from 10% to 20 or maybe 30%, it will automatically double or triple your bookings without an extra effort. So earlier it was at 10%, and 10 out of 100 only 10 people are actually taking some action. And now you have improved your website. You have added few elements to your website that we're going to be discussing. So now your conversion rate is at 20% or maybe 30%. So automatically, like your bookings are double or triple now. Okay, without any extra efforts, without anything extra, without any advertisement, without any SEO. If you have just optimized your website, so your conversion rate will increase. So what are those elements that every business, that every Limo business especially should have on all of their main pages? Okay, so first is you need a phone number on the top fold of your website. It shouldn't be there in the bottom, like hidden somewhere on the website. It should be clearly visible inside the top fold of your website, because you want visitors to call you to inquire, or to inquire about the codes, right? To discuss the codes, to tell you the requirement. So your number should be there in the top fold of your website. When I say top fold of your website, just open your website on mobile phone, and you don't have to scroll down to view the phone number. It should be there in the top fold, or on the desktop devices. When you will open your website, your phone number should be visible on the top right corner of the website, or maybe in the mid, but it should be there in the top fold. Okay, and quick quote visit. or a booking request form inside the top fold of your website. So there is a link to the booking request visit, or the visit should be available, a quick form, code form should be available in the top fold of the website. Okay, you shouldn't have any like flashy video or something like that in the top fold. Your number and your booking visit, that's all that you need inside the top fold of your website. You can include some real photos of yourself or maybe your staff or your vehicles inside the home page or maybe in the about us page. Okay, that will add some trust to the first time visitors. You can mention positive reviews of your previous clients inside your home page somewhere. Okay, these elements will just add some trust to the first time visitors. You can add a video, having a video of your vehicles, or maybe your previous customers had a great party in a party bus or maybe in a limousine, or uh, you can have that video on your website, maybe on some of your web, no, maybe if it's taking a lot of time to load the website. After including that video, maybe you can include the video on some other page, but if you will add those video elements, that will again like increase some trust to your first time visitors. You should have a live chat visit. You should have a link of live chat visit or a Facebook chat visit. If someone wants to directly chat with you, you should have some way for him to start the conversation. Okay, if you have a Facebook page or Instagram page, have those links displayed on your website homepage. Okay, on every page of your website, a clear call to action should be there. So what I mean by call to action is, uh, if a visitor like opens any of your website page, so you should have a clear call to action where to go from this page, like where you want visitors to go from this page. Maybe you can include a booking request form button, okay, inside every page of your website. So a clear call to action should be there, and your website should be responsive on mobile phone. All the elements load properly on mobile phone or on desktop devices. Okay, it shouldn't break your website on mobile or on tablet. Okay, and your website speed also matters a lot. So your website should like load pretty quickly. It shouldn't take a lot of time to load. So when you build your website, you also need to keep on-page SEO in mind. So what is SEO? You'll ask. We'll cover that later, but in short, you need to include the keywords or key phrases or words that are related to your business or services you provide. Okay, so we can like let's check some website. I'll show you what I'm talking about. 1 minute. Google. Let's have a search query: Limo businesses in Chicago. Okay, we'll open some websites and see if they have those elements in there or not. Okay, this one, let's open this one, this one. So we'll just check each website one by one. Yeah, they have a phone number in the top fold. When I say top fold, it's this area. Okay, so they have the phone number clearly visible and a request code form, book now. Maybe they can include a form like a quick visit here, and your number and their number should be like in the big fonts, and it's clickable on mobile phone. Yeah, it's clickable, and they have explained about their services. They have the photos of their vehicles. Yeah, testimonials, they can include more testimonials here. Yeah, it's good, it's good, still it's good. And then let's check this one. The phone number is not it's again a small, it's in the small font. They can increase the font size. Plus, rather than having these images, they can actually have a book now visit in the top fold. Okay, and they have the like a video, and it with the video on the home page, make sure it shouldn't like uh, decrease your page speed. It should not decrease. If it's decreasing, maybe you can include videos inside some other pages of the website. So it's good. Like there are some things that can be improved, but still it's good. Yeah, they have the phone number, they have the booking visit here. Yeah, it's good. They can include some reviews. They have included some reviews. Okay, it's not even opening. So see, this is what I was saying about, like, it should load properly. It's their website is broken. Okay, so they have the phone numbers again. Rather than having like videos on the top fold, they can include some, they can include a quick visit. So like all these websites are good, but it's not good to directly send paid visitors. What I mean by paid visitors, we'll cover that later. So these are all the elements that you should include in your website. If any of these elements are missing that we have discussed, I would strongly recommend you to hire someone to include all these elements in your website. Believe me, it's totally worth, because if your current conversion rate from a visitor to a lead is at 10% or maybe less, so there's a lot of room for improvement. And if you will just fix this piece and optimize your website, make a website in a way that actually converts, it will shoot up your conversion rate, right? And after implementing these changes, your conversion rate should go from like 10% to 20 or maybe 30%, and it will automatically like double or triple your bookings. Okay, so the next step is paid search versus organic search for your limo business, right? So here I'm hoping you know about search engines, right? You know what is Google and Bing. Am I kidding? You obviously do. So now when you search in Google, there are actually two different parts of every search result page. Let me just open Google and show you what I'm talking about. So let's open Google and search again for limo businesses in Chicago, limo companies in Chicago. Okay, so for any search query, there are actually two parts of every search result page. You can see 1 million results. So see, these all are paid results. You can see the ad tag mentioned on them, right? These all three on the top of the page are paid results, and these are the like map results, and then these 10 results basically without any tag. So these 10 results are organic results. They're not paying anything to Google. Okay, so again, few paid results. Let's open Bing and search for the same limo companies in Chicago. Yeah, you can see this one with an ad tag. So this is a paid result. This is again a paid result, then few maps, and yeah, these are organic results. They are not paying anything to Bing or Microsoft. Then again few paid results, 1 2 3 4, right? So in between there are 10 organic results, and few paid results on the top, and few paid results on the bottom of every page, right? So if you will notice, you have some paid results and about 10 organic results on every page. So those organic results are basically that's what we call them SEO, search engine optimization. So they have optimized their website so that for any search query, uh, Google is finding them the best, like relevant results, okay, for those search queries. So what should you do for your business? So let's first discuss what is paid search or PPC. So with with pay per click, you are essentially paying Google if you are running Google ads, or Microsoft if you are running Bing ads, to let you be on the top of search result page. Every time someone clicks on your ad, you pay Google or Microsoft some money, right? when when someone will click on this ad and go to their website, so they'll get charged some money. And again, similarly, in Bing, when someone click on this link and go to their website, so Microsoft will charge them some money, right? And with SEO, you are not paying any money for clicks. Instead, you are spending some money monthly, or have someone doing SEO for your website with some monthly budget. So with pay per click, here are the benefits. One, it pretty much works instantly. From the moment you start running your ads, you should start generating leads and you can start making money right away. It's not that it will be profitable from day one, but yeah, you will start generating some money. Okay, when I say making money, it's not actually you will gonna get a lot of profit instantly, but cash flow, right? So that's what every new business needs. So you can start making money right away with PPC only if it's set up correctly. Okay, if only if the I would say, like, only the relevant people, okay, only the relevant your website is coming on the top only for the relevant searches. Okay, it's not that if someone is searching for Chicago and your website comes on the top and you will get charged when someone search for Chicago. Okay, so you will need to choose the right set of keywords. Your ad should be made in a right way so that it'll become profitable from you for you, right? It can take a few weeks to get the best results. However, you should be getting some results from the first week after building your campaigns. With PPC, the main drawback is it's expensive in terms of cost per lead. So yeah, it's expensive, right? So with PPC, you are paying some money to Google, and with SEO, you're not paying any money for Google. So you'll just get free clicks, but it's not actually free. We'll discuss about it later. But yeah, with PPC, the main drawback is it's expensive in terms of cost per lead. It will never get down as low as it could be with SEO. So every time you have to pay Google to get visitors to your website. So let's discuss about SEO now. So the main benefit is, uh, with SEO also you're investing some money, right? It's not that every website will come on the first page for every search term. So you have to invest some money. But you're investing in an appreciating asset. So when everything in your website, in your business, is getting less valuable, all your vehicles are getting depreciating, uh, like, with time. And but your website, basically you are investing in an appreciating asset. Okay, uh, with your website, if you have a website that you have invested in SEO for 3 years, and your website is generating 10 leads a day. Okay, so the example that I've just shown you, so maybe those organic results, those websites that were doing SEO are now generating 10 leads a day. That's about 300 leads a month, 3,600 leads a year if you'll calculate. So that's very valuable to a potential to someone who wants to buy your business. So when you are looking at selling your business, they're going to look at your site. How well does it rank organically? Are you dominating your local market or what, right? And the benefit number two is the cost per lead can actually get really low. I'll explain you how. So how it works is, let's say you hire an agency and you start off by spending $500 a month on SEO. If you have a new website, it can take longer to rank. So meaning, if you have a new website in a large market, like Chicago is a large market, New York is a large market, it could take a year or maybe 2 years to get you near the top of the first page. Okay, it's not that all the 1 million results are coming on the first page. Google is only displaying first 10 results. So why are they coming on the first page? So they are optimizing their website based on how Google algorithm works, right? So if you have hired an agency and they are putting some efforts uh, to increase the organic ranking of your website, so like it will take some time. You will not get the instant results. So maybe, uh, let's say you have an old site and there are a lot of links going on to it, and you're in a large market, well, it might not take as long. It might take only 6 months to 9 months, but still it will gonna take some time, typically, no matter what. If you have never done SEO before, right? If you have done SEO before, it will take less time. But if you have never done SEO before, it will gonna take some time. So in the first 6 months, you might only get few extra leads a month. You know that the first month you might get 0 leads from SEO, and then 2 3 leads the next month, then 6 leads maybe in the on the sixth month. However, as the time goes on, the site ranks better and better. What you are paying to your SEO agency doesn't change. You're gonna get more and more leads every month for that same spend. So meaning 2 years down the line, let's say if your site ranked in the top three in a large market for a lot of different search queries, for a lot of different keywords, then you might be getting 300 leads a month, and you are paying the same $500 for SEO. That's about, like, if you'll calculate, after 2 years or 3 years, that's about $2 a lead that uh, that you, that it's costing you, right? Which I'll tell you, you will never gonna get $2 a lead with PPC, with pay per click. So that's about SEO. Now, like, what should you be doing, SEO or PPC, for your limo business? The main question is, right? So for the new operators out there, like, who do not have much of a budget and want to see the instant results or need a cash flow, give PPC a shot. Do PPC. Here is why. If you hire an agency, you're going to find out right away if they are good or not. You can start generating some cash from the first month. You need cash flow, right? You need money to invest in SEO. But as soon as you can afford it, I would highly recommend you to do SEO also, along with PPC. Okay, so that's about SEO. Okay, so now, how does paid search works? Paid search is all about putting your ads in front of right people. That's it. Only the people that are actually looking for your services. And with paid ads, if your setup is correct and your numbers make sense, you shouldn't be worried, because you will only get charged when someone will click on your ad, right? And visit your website. So, uh, from the same example, okay, if we'll just open Google, yeah, it's paying. Let's open Google again. Limo services in Chicago. So they'll only get charged when someone will click on their ads and go to their website. So if your setup is correct, if you are targeting only the right set of keywords, you shouldn't be worried. Uh, Whosoever is coming to your website is actually a potential client for you, or a potential lead for you, right? But if you are getting a lot of irrelevant clicks, so you are spending your budget, ad spend, on the traffic that is not relevant to your business, and that are not giving you any business, so it could be like, you will just spend your ad budget and you will not gonna get any leads. So whosoever will be building your pay per click campaigns will need to understand your business well enough. They need to understand what services you are providing, and what locations you are covering, and what kind of keywords you need to target, so that the correct search query, your ad will appear in Google for the correct set of, like, search queries, and your ad will show only to the right audience. Now here you are paying to Google for each click. So it matters a lot to whom you are showing your ads. You shouldn't be showing your ads to the irrelevant audience. Getting a ton of irrelevant click will shoot up your lead cost very high. And an irrelevant clicks happens when you show your ads to the wrong people. So building the ad campaigns is all about putting your ads in front of right people. And what happens too often, the campaign is built incorrectly, using, like, their own keywords or their own thinking, and not using enough negative keywords, and your ads are shown to the people you don't want them to be shown to. And many times they'll still click on your ads, and it will cost you money, and that's how you waste a lot of money with pay per click. So Now the very important question is how we get the right people click on your ads. So you can like we can discuss three different examples, okay, three different kind of keywords, uh, sorry, not keywords, but three different kind of search queries that someone will search, and you can like think of whether you want to show your ads to them or not. So for example, if someone will search about birthday party ideas, so do you want to show your ad for these kind of search queries? No, you don't, because they are in the top of the funnel right now. So they are not aware, they are not in the awareness stage. So they are just thinking about planning a birthday party and searching for the ideas. They're not aware whether they want to book a limo or not. So let's take one another example. How much does a party limo cost? If for the for like for example, if someone will search for this kind of keywords, so do you want to show your ads? I would suggest no, because still they are not in they are aware, okay, they are in the awareness stage, they want to know about the cost and everything. uh, Still I wouldn't suggest you to show your ad, because again they have not decided to book a limo yet, right? So to whom you should show your ads? So if someone will search party bus from LA to Vegas, do you want to show your ads? Right. You should target these kind of keywords, these kind of low hanging fruits, because they are like they have made up their minds, they are actually looking for the services who can provide party bus from LA to Vegas. So few other examples are, if someone will search for limo services near me, limo service from place A to place B, car service from place A to place B, wedding limos for in Chicago or with a city name. So these kind of long tail keywords you should be targeting, right? You shouldn't be targeting the keywords like birthday parties or how much or what, those kind of question, like the keywords with a question phrase in it. But like when I say you should target long tail keywords, there should be some search, like there should be people who are searching for those keywords, right? So if you won't be getting enough like search volume for those keywords, if there are not enough people searching for those kind of keywords, then you start targeting, like if you're in a small market, then maybe you should start targeting the keywords like how much does a party bus cost, how much does a wedding limo cost, because they're not if you're in a small market, so there are not enough service providers or enough people who are targeting those keywords, so then it makes sense. But if you're on a big market, if you're in a large market, so you should only be targeting the low hanging fruits, right? You shouldn't, like I don't think you have a budget like 5,000, 10,000 budget to spend on ads. You, if you are starting with just 50 or maybe $100 ad budget, daily ad budget, so you should always target the low hanging fruits. Now it's totally about building the right Google AdWords campaign. Okay, so let me just close this window. Yeah. So in AdWords, we have four different keyword match types. So uh, when I say search terms and keywords are totally different. So search terms are these search queries that actually people are searching in Google. Whatever they are searching in Google is a search query. Maybe they are using this search by voice to say a keyword and Google will search based on their algorithm. So whatever anyone is searching in Google is a search query, or in searching in Bing is a search query. Keywords are basically the words that you use to build your campaigns. Okay, so that it could match or it could cover the search queries, right? So with AdWords we have different keyword match types: broad match, broad match modified with a plus sign, uh, phrase match keywords with the quotes, or with brackets is the exact match keywords. So while building your campaigns, use all the keyword match types except for broad match. Even I wouldn't suggest you to use the broad match modified keywords. Okay, you shouldn't be using the broad match one. You shouldn't even be using broad match modified if you are like if you are not good at AdWords, if you don't know how to set up your campaigns exactly. You shouldn't be using this match type, broad match modified. You can use broad phrase match keyword or exact match keyword if you are new to AdWords, or if you have enough search volume, like for the exact match keywords, and there are a lot of long tail keywords in your market that you can target, and you get your ad spend, you want to spend only 30, 40, $50 a day, $100 a day. I think you can only target exact match keywords and phrase match keywords. Okay, so what all keywords do is they trigger ads, right? So whenever you will build ad campaign with the right set of keywords, what they'll do when it like it matches this search query, it will trigger ads. Okay, and you can club similar keywords into ad groups. No, let's first discuss about the campaigns. You can build your campaigns based on these services that you provide and the locations you cover, right? So whenever you want to stop providing one service, if for example you don't want to provide a party bus from Las Vegas to, like, from LA to Vegas, and for a month or maybe 2 months, so you have the campaigns built in a way that you can pose your campaign and without affecting the other services that you are providing, right? And you can club similar keywords into ad group. And now ad groups are basically two things: keywords and ads. So when any of the keywords in an ad group gets triggered, ads are shown, right? So this is the way you should build your campaigns. And if you are building your campaigns in a right way, I think you shouldn't be worried at all any times. It's not that you are like you're gonna be profitable from day one, but yeah, if your campaigns are good and you are optimizing your campaigns, so you'll be profitable. Okay, from like just after a week or maybe 2 weeks, and you will just increase your ROI with time by including the right set of right kind of keywords and excluding having good negative keywords. So next is eliminating the wrong traffic, adding the right negative keywords. Why are they important? When someone search in Google for any search term and a keyword gets triggered or activated, that means an ad gets shown, right? So if keywords caused an ad to be shown, negative keyword does the opposite. It's telling Google, when you see this word in the search query, don't show my ad. So it's very important to have loads and loads of different negative keywords. So when your campaign is running, you should be adding new negative keywords every single week. How you will be adding new negative keywords is, you can check the search term report every week. So in AdWords there is an option to download the search term report. Okay, so you can check your search term report every week. So what is a search term report? It basically tells you what search query a person used before clicking on your ad. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go through that report, and you want to see the searches that are not relevant to what it is you offer, and you want to make sure you make a negative keyword out of it. Okay, so for example, uh, if someone search about limo services near me in a area name, for example in Orlando, and you are not serving that area, So but that person is searching from a location that you are serving, right? So Google will show your ad, like your ads will get triggered for that keyword, okay? But you don't want to like show your ad to someone who's like searching for the Orlando location. So what you can do, you can make a negative keyword out of that search query, so you can include Orlando city name, okay, in your negative keywords list. So negative keywords work a little bit different as far as their match types are concerned. So there's only broad match and exact match, right? And I would suggest you to use the broad match negative keywords to block all the irrelevant clicks. So few very good example of negative keywords are, you can include airport names or codes that you don't serve. Now you will say there are like lot of airports in the world, so yeah, but still you can include top 300 airports in the world that you don't serve. Locations that you don't serve, I would suggest you to use top 500 cities in the world in your negative keyword list that you do not serve. You can include your competitor names, okay? Now it's up to you if you want to show your ads on your competitor brand name or not, but I would suggest you to not show your ads on your competitor. When someone is searching about your competitor, I wouldn't suggest you to show your ads there, because uh, maybe they are searching to just check their booking details, and you don't want to spend your budget uh, on showing ads on your competitor names. You instead you can spend your budget on the right set of keywords. Common negative keywords, there is a, if you will search in Google to check the adwords common set of negative keywords, you will find a great, like big list, 1500 2000 keywords list. So you can include all those keywords in your negative keyword list, okay? So there are words like download, or there are a lot of negative keywords that you will find from that list, and you can include those in your negative keywords list. You can include words like question, uh, um, if someone asks a question, or if in the search query, words like who, what, when, how, why, so those kind of question words you can include in the negative keyword list, okay? So now if you want to target those, like if you're in a small market and you're not finding the like good amount of long tail keywords that you can target, okay, so then uh, you might not want to include these like question words in the negative keyword uh, list, in your negative keyword list. But it depends how much traffic you are getting from your campaigns or not, okay? So while including more keywords in that list, you always think in mind, could this potentially be an irrelevant search? If yes, then you can include that keyword in the list, okay? So it's as simple as it is. So once we build our Google ads campaign, we have the right keywords, right? We have the right negative keywords. Now we are getting mostly good traffic. That's another thing to remember. Like you are not gonna get ever have, especially in the beginning, just all the relevant traffic. It's just really the cost of doing business with Google ads. There's gonna be irrelevant stuff that comes up. That's why you have to constantly monitor your search term report. We just discussed in the last step. Again, a search term report shows you what people were actually searching before they clicked on your ad. So think about how valuable that data is, because you can see maybe they were searching for my competitor and they clicked on my ad. So you need to add that competitor's like name in the negative keyword list. So now the next step is, why you should be using landing pages. So once we have all that in place, we need a landing page. I strongly recommend a landing page. You can make your website work, but landing page is highly recommended. And a landing page, what is a landing page? Landing page is just a one page website, okay? So the technical definition is any page someone lands on after clicking on your ad. And how I refer to is, it is a one page website and it is not made to rank in Google. So it's made to do only one thing. It's made to get you more leads, and right. So and it's made to get the people that click on your ads and go to your page to take some action, whether they'll call you or request a quote via the form, or maybe give you the phone number and other details via the chat widgets that you have on the landing page. So I'll show you how a landing page looks like in the Limo business. Okay, so this is the this is the example of a landing page. Okay, so what will be the flow? Let me explain. So I'll just show you the flow, how it works. So for example, someone search for this keyword, search query, limousine Las Vegas. Okay, so here uh, we don't want to land visitors to your website. We want to land them to a landing page. Instead, when someone will click on this link, okay, maybe let's say you have your ad showing up here for the search query. We don't want the visitors to go to your website. We have optimized our website and everything. Still, the conversion rate of our website is low as compared to landing pages, because there's a lot of other things that's going on to the website. Maybe you are providing 10 different services, have 10 different kind of target audience that you are targeting. But here, like, that person is only searching for limos in Las Vegas. Maybe for, like, maybe their keyword is party limousine Las Vegas. Okay, so now they are only searching for the party bus or party limo in Las Vegas area. So what we want to show them is, we just want to show them a page that talks about what they have actually searched. Okay, and we just want to acquire, like, if we just want them to give their phone number, either fill up this form or either just call us on this number. Okay, so how it works is, yeah, so we are not trying to show our fleet page or our services page and tell them about us, show them some videos. No, we are like, hey, here is how you get a price from this landing page. Here are our reviews. Boom, they'll just enter their phone number, email, or call you to request a code. That's essentially what you want, right? Well, you're paying to Google for every click, so you don't want to waste those visitors. We just want them to show exactly what they are looking for. On your website there are a lot of different things going on. Maybe someone have this beautiful image or video above the fold that's taking an hour for the website to load. Well, you are a transport company, you are not a photographer, you are, or some graphic design company. So I would strongly recommend you to not have anything above the fold except for your phone number, or clearly visible, and a quick code form. Still, your website's main page, there will be different distractions. You might have explained about 4, 5, 6 different services that you offer, right? So as I have already mentioned, the landing pages are not made to rank in Google, right? Landing pages are made to do one thing. They have made to convert visitor into leads. Another thing that I love about landing pages is you can do this with your website also, but it's a lot easier to do with landing pages. You can create different landing pages for different services or different ad groups, like in a single ad group or in a single campaign. Let's say you have a different landing page where you are sending your visitors to, and for a different ad group or for a different set of keywords or service that you give, you have a different landing page. So you can create as many landing pages as you want. People looking, for example, people looking for wedding transportation, wedding limo service, wedding car service. So you can create a landing page just for weddings. Okay, so people looking for party limos, or like party bus, you can create a different landing page for that. So for example, in case of wedding limo service landing page, in that landing page you can show yourself as a wedding transport company. so your conversion rate will dramatically increase, because like uh, you are showing them what they are actually looking for. So obviously you have a better chance to get that visitor converted into leads, rather than just redirecting that visitor to your website's homepage. You can even have a different landing page for different locations too, right? If you are in a small market, maybe multiple landing pages are not worth, but still even a single landing page is better than sending your visitors to the homepage of your website. If you're in a large market, multiple landing pages can really help. And think of it as this: when someone search in, for a limo bus for a wedding or something, and your ad says we have wedding limo buses, and they click on the ad and they go to the page, and your page talks about uh, wedding limo buses, and let's say the same city name that they have searched for or something like that, and it just got photos of happy brides and all your best vehicles, and it's a totally in a wedding fame that you are showing your website to your visitors, and that's gonna convert a lot better than sending someone to even just a regular landing page. That's about a journal limo service landing page. But I mean, compared to sending to someone to a website where you can't even find the freaking phone number. Okay, maybe you have like mentioned your phone number in the footer or maybe in the header somewhere, and and you are running ads and paying for every click, so it's totally worth. If you are running ads, you send your like visitors to the landing pages so that you'll get a better conversion. You can do the comparison yourself. If you will just send someone to the website, it converts at 10%, and let's say your main landing page where you were sending everyone to was getting 20% of people to convert. uh, you're getting a call from out of like 100, you're getting 20 people reached out to you if you're sending your traffic to the landing page. And now let's say if you have a landing page for different landing pages for different services, now your conversion rate will increase from 20 to 40%. Okay, now out of 100, 40 people are actually calling you or inquiring about uh, uh, filling up the form or getting a quote from you. So you can do the comparison, right? I would highly recommend, if you are running ads, you should have a landing page for your like a different landing page for different services. Okay, so let's discuss. This is kind of little bit different for corporate and retail clients. Really, everything we have discussed until this point, you need to have that in place. But if you just had that in place, that's not enough. Okay, so why follow-ups are important? Well, you're spending money to get leads. Like you are spending money on clicks, and from those clicks you're getting leads. So in short, you are spending money to get leads, right? It's not cheap. So if you won't follow up, it's not going to work out, right? So now we have got a lead. How do we follow up? There are basically two types of follow up. When someone requests a quote on your website or landing page, you are following up with them, uh, right? They haven't converted into a sale yet. So that's the first type of follow up. And the second type of follow up is essentially important when you are looking for repeat customers or repeat business. So the second type is they have used your service once. That's the second type of follow up you need to be doing. If you are not doing it, all of this stuff I have been talking about is completely pointless, right? So you have got a good amount of leads. Now you need to convert those leads into customers. For that, you have to do the follow-ups. With the first follow-up, you want to what you want to do is you obviously want to answer your phone call. If you're getting like if you're getting a phone call on the number that is displayed on the landing page or on your website, you obviously want to answer that, right? But first, what most operators are typically doing wrong is when it comes to the quote form submissions, it's all about how quickly you can get back to them. If you can do it in under 60 seconds, even if you're not very good over the phone selling, your close rate will double or triple. If all you're doing right now is sending an email, 40-50 minutes later with a price, I guarantee you will close 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times more business if you can call in under 60 seconds, right? 60 seconds. Now I know that's not always possible, but try at the most under 5 minutes. Always call, and then I say do the double dial. If they'll not pick up your call, do the double dial. If they don't answer, shoot them a text message or something like that. Something like, this is John from Zone Luxury Limo. I just got your inquiry. Do you have a moment to speak now? I had few questions I need to ask before I can provide you the exact quote. Something like that. Something like, the moment you got a quote request, you can send this message to them, right? And when we are trying to get on the phone with them, and if they can't talk, like what we were trying to do by sending them the SMS is trying to get them on the phone, right? If they cannot connect, maybe some people just want to text. They might just text you back and say, hey, can you just send me the questions? We can text it from we can text it, right? That's okay, that's fine too. Anything is better than email. Either you want to be talking to them over the call, or you want to be like uh, discussing from the SMS. Okay, anything is better than email, especially if you are doing retail. But texting is always going to be superior. And then following up the next day, like uh, you have provided them the code, you have followed up with them on the same day by sending another SMS. Okay, and then you need to follow up the next day with, I say email or text. Now that time you can even send an email also or a text also to them. But you can follow up with a phone call also. Okay, so I highly suggest you to do as much as phone call follow up as possible, because that's when you really kind to get a feel. you know we also want to be finding out if they are not booking, why is that, right? Why they are not booking. You want to follow up with each and every lead, like on the same day, 2 times, with a phone call, with a SMS, then the next day. So maybe you think it could be annoying, or like you don't like to do as many calls, but like it's your business. Okay, so you are paying for the leads, you are paying for the clicks. If at the end of the day you are not following up with them, so it's total waste of time, waste of money. Okay, only stop following up when they say no, I don't need your services. That's when you stop following up. Until they, like, till the time they don't say no, it's a yes by default. Okay, so you need to be following up with them, and that's how you follow up in the first place, right? So let's discuss about the second type of follow. That's actually very important piece for corporate clients. Like, it's for retail also it's important, but for corporates it's very important. So for corporate clients, they have used your service, but they have not your they are still not your repeat customers. So in the first 24 hours after you, like, given your services to them, following up with them is, like, that's the window you need to call them. And I would recommend ownership to do this call, not your CSRs, but I would suggest ownership to do this call. If you are a big company, you have a manager, so then have your manager do this. But if ownership can do this call, it's very beneficial. You just call and ask them about how was the experience, and if it was anything less than blown away, okay, offer them the next ride for free or give some discount. If you don't want to like give them the free ride, that's okay. But with corporate clients, like, you need to make sure that they loved your service. Okay, so you have to give them the exceptional service to be your repeat client. I'm not saying you shouldn't offer exceptional service to all your clients. You should, but with these potential clients, you really make sure you go above and beyond. Because if you land a corporate client that could pay for your complete ad spend of 1 year, just one client. So it's very, very important to follow up with them after you provide them the services. Like make sure you call them to check whether they had any issues, or like they want us to do some if they have any suggestions, or if they want to like you can check with them uh, if they can be a regular client, right? And with retail clients that already used your service, you can send them a SMS follow up after a month maybe, okay, to check if they have the new requirement coming up in the future. Like that's about follow-up. So you need to be doing both type of follow-ups. Now building reputation and requesting reviews are also very important. So that's also comes under the second type of follow-ups after you have provided them, after you have given them your services. So building reputation with any service business is very, very essential, like especially with the limo services. What if you like, for example, what if you have hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google and on Yelp, or maybe on on your Facebook page, right? So wherever someone search about your company online, they'll see a positive review about your service. So it'll it'll feel good, right? It'll sound good. So with, well, to get that within the first 28 hours, sorry, 24 hours of completing your job, you must send an email or SMS to remind them to provide you like rating on your Facebook page, or on your Google My Business page, or maybe on Yelp. So wherever you want to get the reviews, so you can, or from wherever they have came to your like website or landing page, so you can send them the link to provide a review about your service at that same like website, or on Google. Okay, so that's about like following up with your prospects or with your clients and getting good reviews so that you can build your reputation with time. So the next step is know your numbers and track ROI. Again, it's very, very important that you should know uh, these numbers and track your ROI. ROI is return on investment, what you are spending and how much you're getting in return. Okay. So before everything else, I think you should know about your numbers as it's directly related to your limo business. You should know what a lead cost you to like. Once we talk about lead cost, but you should first know what it costs you to land a visitor to your website, right? So if you are doing paid search, then what's your average CPC? Average CPC is average cost per click. On average, what you are paying to Google to get a visitor to your website is your average CPC. Now cost like the amount that you're paying to Google, it varies for every click. It's not same, right? But we are talking in terms of average, your average cost per click that you are paying to Google, or maybe to Bing if you are running, maybe to Microsoft if you are running Bing ads to get a visitor to your website. That's what the average CPC is. Okay. So for 90% of limo businesses, if you are doing Google Ads, your average CPC should be in between $1 to $4, or maybe $5 sometimes, but should be less. It should be less. Okay. If your CTR is good, then your CPC shouldn't be more than $2-3. But yeah, it varies. There are a lot of factors why it varies, and nowadays like with this Corona time, CPC is low. Okay, so for 90% of limo businesses, if you are doing Google Ads, your average CPC should be in between $1 to $4, max $4. Now if you are doing SEO, you are getting visitors organically, right, from the search, from the search engines. Or if you are, maybe you are getting visitors from some referrals from some other websites that are pointing to your website and sending visitors to you. It's little bit hard to calculate in those scenarios, but you should know what it costs you on average to land a visitor to your website. If you're doing SEOs, you can calculate what you are paying to your SEO agency. Like for example, if like you're paying $500 to your SEO agency, or maybe $1,000 to your SEO agency, and you have done SEO for 2 years, so you have paid at about $24,000 for SEO, and in return, how many leads you got? Okay, so you can calculate in those terms, or in return how many clicks you have got. So you can check your Google Analytics report in case you are doing SEO. So what is a lead cost? For example, your website converts at 10%, right? It shouldn't convert at 10%, it should be 20 or 30%. But let's say your current website visitor to a lead conversion rate is at 10%. When I say website to a lead conversion rate is, so every 10 visitors who clicks on your website, only one is actually calling on your number or requesting a quote, right, to inquire about your or maybe inquiring about your services. So lead cost is CPC divided by website conversion rate is the lead cost. Okay, so if it cost you to, like, if it cost you to send 10 visitors about $20 on average, or $25 on average, and you are just getting one lead from the 10 visitors, so your lead cost is at $25, right? If you are getting about 3 leads from the same 10 clicks, so your lead cost will come down to $6, $6.33, right? So that's why the conversion rate is very very important. So what is your customer acquisition cost? Now you know your CPC, you know your lead cost. Now what is customer acquisition cost? So for example, you need on average 5 leads to get a customer. So we discussed about follow-ups, right? So with the follow-ups you can increase your sales conversion rate. But for example, on average, you, like, you get about one customer out of 5 leads, out of 5 person who are to whom you are, like, providing the codes, or from the calls that you're getting on your number. Okay, so your current sales conversion rate is at 20%. So your customer acquisition cost is lead cost divided by your sale conversion rate. So that's your customer acquisition cost. Okay, so now this is the, like, the fourth one, the most important of all, your customer lifetime value. So with every business, especially with corporate limo business, there are about 20% customers who's giving you 80% of revenue, right? So it happens with every business. It's not that every time, like, all your customers are your first time customers. It's not the case, right? You have repeat customers. So on average, how many repeat customers you have, and how much business you are generating from them, so you can calculate your customer lifetime value from that number. So you should know about your customer lifetime value too, how much business you are getting on average from a single customer. So it's important, it's very very important to know your numbers. Now tracking your ROI, it's again, like, now you know your numbers, you know how much it costs you to get visitors to your website, you know what is your lead cost, you know what is your customer acquisition cost. Now you need to track your ROI, right? Tracking, you need to be tracking your ROI from the different channels you are using for advertisement. If you are spending money on marketing but have no idea what like which of those marketing dollars are bringing you more dollars back. Well, if you're not tracking conversions, you might as well not be doing any sort of online advertising. With online advertising, it's the basic rule, you have to track conversions. It's very very important to set up conversion tracking if you are spending money on advertising. Now you might say we ask our customers from where they heard about us. Well, that's not tracking. Most of the times they'll say Google, but you should know whether they came from Google ads or from SEO, or they have checked some other site. For example, they have checked Yelp and clicked on your website from there and like came to your website. So that's like for them that's also Google, right? But for you it's totally different, whether they came from doing the SEO from the organic results, or came from some other website, or they came from Google ads, right? So you should be tracking those like data, those those like visits. So what we want to know here is all the channels that you are spending money on and tracking the leads coming from them. If you're spending money on SEO, you should be tracking your like numbers. You should know if those leads that you're getting are coming from the organic search results. Okay, if you're doing paid advertising on Facebook, on Google, on Bing, so you should know from where you are getting more leads and how much you are spending on that marketing uh, medium. So how you can do that? You should be either using some sort of marketing CRM to track all your leads, or maybe Google Sheets to track all your leads. Okay, so when a lead comes in, you can tag that lead with its source. If they came from your website organic result, you can have a tag of your website uh, name or website URL. Or if they came from Google ads, you can have the tag as Google ads or Facebook, or you can have a tag as Facebook ads. Okay, then we can have all the leads going into that one central database, US marketing CRM. It's not a good way to have all your leads tracking done from your inbox. Maybe currently like all of your leads data are coming to your inbox, and then you are like uh, tracking from there, but that's not the right way. Might be you are currently using your Gmail or Outlook, and all your leads are going to your inbox. In that case, you might be just wasting away loads of your ad spend. Because if leads are not going into a central place, there isn't some system around how those leads are dealt with, right? A lot of these leads are going to be fall through the cracks, like they won't be followed up and they won't be tracked. Okay, and you will be losing a lot of money. So what you would be doing is using some sort of CRM where all the leads funnel into. It tags each lead so that you see where the lead came from, and you're quoting events from that CRM only. Okay, and when someone ends up booking, you are like marking that contact or lead as won, and when they don't book, you mark it as lost. So you know how many open requests you have. You like at any point of time you can see how many open quotes you have, how many won quotes you have, how many lost quotes you have, and you can track how many won came from Google, Facebook, Bing, and from your website. You can like track over time and analyze what channel is bringing you more ROI. Right? That's the right way to do like tracking. So make sure you're using some sort of CRM, or if you're doing it manually, so maybe you're using Google Sheets to track everything, but you should be tracking. When the leads go into the system or your sheet, make sure you tag them, and you know the source of the lead, and you do all the required follow-ups with that lead. Because if you're not tagging your leads, you have no idea
what's working and what's not working. And by tracking, you have the data that will help you take better decisions for your business, right? So that's very, very important.
Okay, so the last step is, yeah. So Now you know your numbers, you know how to track your customer lifetime value, how to track your like lead cost, your customer acquisition cost. Okay, so let's go back to our training agenda. So the last step is it's about a free app. It's free for the first month. Whosoever is currently viewing this training, it's like you can just I'll tell you where to go, and you can just go there and submit a form so that you can get your first free month. Okay, so it's a Limo digital app, a new app. We have created this app based on the like experience that we had with working three transport companies. Okay, so like we try to include everything inside the apps so that you do not have to do anything like manually. So I'll gonna be explaining you what all will be there in the app. So first let's open the website. So this is the website from where you can get this app. Okay, you can open Limo Digital. Yeah, so let me just pause this video. Yeah, so what this app will be doing is so you can create landing pages from this app. You can create as many as landing pages as you want. Okay, so you can create unlimited sales funnels. You can create uh, automated sequences like the SMS sequence, the email sequence. You can do all the follow-ups from this app. Okay, so you don't need to manually send SMS to each and every lead. So you can set up a time when those SMS will need to be sent, and this app will handle that automatically. You can tag your leads so that you know from where the leads are coming, and uh, what it costs you to like get those leads, and how much you are getting out of those leads, and how many leads are you closing. Okay, from that source. And all the setup is ready made for you guys for the Limo businesses. Okay, we have made this app in a way that like it's just ready to go for you. So what this app will do, it can first of all you need a phone number to send the SMS. So for that what like I don't suggest you to use your personal phone number here. So what you can do, you can just will when you will sign up for this app, so we'll give you a link from where you can just sign up for this service Twilio. Okay, and you'll get a $10 bonus when you will sign up. And I think $10 are more than enough to cover your 1 month of like SMS spend. Okay, but it's very cheap in terms of SMS calling or even call recording. And you can just sign like if you want to check, it's like very big company Twilio. And I think a lot of big uh, companies are using their phone numbers to do all the automated SMSs, callings, and all the follow-ups and everything. All the for all the marketing, SMS marketing. Mainly, this is the company that all the big players in the market, like all the big companies are using. Okay, so what you can do, you can just buy a number from this app, from this website Twilio, and it'll just cost you $1 to buy US phone number. And with the link that we are sending you, you will be getting $10 in that like in your account. Okay, for free. So you can first get your number, and then you can link your number with Twilio app. So and you can also set up call forwarding to your like if someone will call on that number, so you will that call will get forwarded to your like main number or your office number. So that number will gonna be used only for tracking number that you'll get from Twilio and for SMS, nothing else. Okay, so from this app, what you can do, you can do automatic calling, you can send ringless voicemails, you can do email marketing, you can do SMS marketing. All of your calls will be tracked. Okay, so that's your call if you want to like off the tracking. but like by default it's on, so you can even check the recordings or all the conversation that will gonna be happening with your clients. It will be there in your dashboard, and you can check that later. Okay. Web chat triggers, you can add web chat triggers. A smart list built in two-way texting. Sales funnels, you can build your like Google My Business, Facebook accounts reputation from that panel. You can even track your ads. If you're running Google ads, Facebook ads, you can like track your ad campaigns from that app only. You can do all the tracking analysis, and you'll even get a CRM, marketing CRM. And the one that we discussed in the last step, to tag your leads as well as to manage the workflow, so you can do that from this app. And it will only cost you $49 per month, and you'll get a first month free trial, and you don't need to add any credit card information. Like, I know during corona, so this offer is only and only valid for then like next till this month. Okay. Once the vaccine is out, we're gonna be like removing this 30-day free trial offer, and its cost will gonna be $197 per month with a $100 one-time setup fee. So for now it's just $0 setup, first month free, and $49 after that. Okay. So what you will do, you will have to fill up this form and apply with all the details, your company name, email ID, and your website link, so that like we will say it's only for a purpose that we'll need to make sure there's like this app will not get spammed, okay, with so many uh, users signing up and getting the free trials. So we'll be only giving one trial to one business, only one, like only once. Okay. So I'll just you need to fill up a form, and then we'll send you a video to how to like buy your Twilio number, and then you can and where to get the API of the Twilio number, and then like from there we can like add your API to your account, and then you are ready to go. Or even you can set up, you can schedule a half an hour or 20 minutes call with us to do the setup for you. Okay. So now once you log in, so this is the kind of panel you will get. So here like you can see how many leads you have in the system, what is the value of those leads, like if that lead will be converted into a customers, how much revenue you will going to generate from that lead. You can enter that value once you enter, like when you enter lead, so it will come here. And you can also see your conversion rate. Conversion rate is from the number of leads you are entering into the system, and how many actually converting into the customers. Okay, you can track that number from here. That's the sales funnel. And yeah, here if you link your Google My Business account, so you can even see the reviews that you're getting on daily basis on your Google My Business page. So let me show you its features. Yeah, the reputation one. So you can just add your Google My Business here. First of all, you need like this message is coming because there's no Twilio number associated with this account. So as I mentioned, you need to get one Twilio number and give us the API, so we'll link that number to your account, and this message will go away. Okay. So from the reputation section, what it will do is you can add your Google My Business page here, so that you can see all the reviews that you'll get on your Google My Business page. So from the conversations, yeah, so from this section you can like, if you are sending SMS to your leads, or sending emails, or calling them, whatever communication you are doing with your leads is will come into a single place. From here you can track everything. Okay. So you can track everything, what SMS you send, was what email you send to your leads, and if you have called them from that same Twilio number, so you can check the recordings, everything. So under the opportunity section, so what we have done, um, we have few pre-made campaigns in the system, so that you do not need to worry about the follow-ups. So once a new lead, if you want to have, if you want to attach your Google AdWords account and your Facebook ads account, if you are doing paid advertisement, so you can also add your Google ads account here, and you can see the stats in this way. And you can also add your Facebook ads account, if you're doing Facebook ads. Okay, now come back to this opportunity section. Yeah, so if you are running paid uh, ads, and you are getting leads from Google ads, so once you get a lead from Google ad, okay, and so that lead will automatically come here. So how you will get the lead from like Google ad and how it will come here? So you can even create landing pages from this app. The example landing page that I showed you, I created that landing page from this same app. You can see. Okay, so you will get this these two landing pages. Even we are planning to add few more landing pages, like one for each service. All you need to do is to just do little bit modifications in the text, so that it's ready to go for you. Okay, so yeah, so once uh, you have acquired a lead from Google ads, so this lead will come here in the new leads pipeline. Okay, and it will be tagged as Google ads, and it will come here in this pipeline. And then what you can do, you can just open this that lead and add a lead value, how much quote you have provided to that lead. Okay, so you can just add the value here. And even if you have a sales team, you can assign to to your sales executive here from this, and you can tag that lead. And then uh, when you will provide the codes, okay, once a lead came, you had you had a word with that lead and provided them the codes. Then you can just move that lead from here, from the new lead section to confirmed code section, and it will automatically follow up with the leads. You can set up a campaign, what kind of campaigns you want to run, what kind of sequence, like you want to send the SMS, email whenever a new lead comes to the confirmed quote lead. So you can do that setup. I'll show you how to do the setup. Okay, so once you send a quote, so you can just move the lead from new leads to confirmed quote leads, and you don't need to worry about the follow-ups. It will automatically be handled, okay, from the system. And then if that lead will book with you and it became your customer, then you can just drag that lead and like move it to the booking confirmed. If they don't book for any reason, so it will stay in the confirmed quote status, quote pipeline. And if any lead is like is here from last 10 days, or like you can even add the event date, so when their event will gonna happen. Okay, so you can even add that date here in the lead. And what it will do, what that system will do is, that system will automatically move the lead from confirmed quote to pending reservation before 2-3 days. You can set the time when you want to of their event date. Okay, or what it will do, it will just move all the leads that are there in the pending quotes pipeline from last 10 days. It will just move all the leads from here to here from this pipeline, and a different campaign will run. Okay, so that's about pending reservation. So booking confirmed, when the booking is confirmed, so even like when the booking is confirmed, you can run a different campaigns to remind them about the uh, like when your uh, limo will gonna be reaching to their place, or and like anything you want to send to booking confirmed. Okay, the reminders and anything. And once the job is completed, you can drag that lead from booking confirmed to job completed. And what it will do is it will automatically run a campaign and send a SMS to all your customers to leave a review. Okay, so you don't have to do that manually. And in the nurture, so what it will do is it will like all it will send a SMS to all of your customers to check whether they have any new booking or new event coming up in the future. Okay, so you can set a time when you want to like send that SMS, after a month, 2 months, maybe after 2 weeks of having your job completed. Okay, so that's all up to you. So that's how it works. So I'll show you the campaigns. So the first one is new lead campaign. So you can add like what you want to do once a new lead comes into the system, what you actually want to do with that lead. So by default you will get this setup. We want SMS, we want to send a SMS on your behalf, like hi, the lead name, and then it's, for example, like it's John from John Luxury Limo, thanks for requesting a quote, I have received your information and I'll be sending you an accurate code in a few minutes once I have it prepared. So you can send a SMS, or even you can add even to send automated email or voicemail, whatever you want. Okay, so it's very easy to do. So once a lead come into the system, so you can even change the timing when you want to uh, send that SMS, immediately or after like 60 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So it's up to you how you want to set it up. So that's about the new lead campaign. And then book leads is again, so we have just example email added here, but like once a lead is booked, so you can like send them a series of SMS, email after 1 day, after 2 day, whatever you want to do before their event date. Okay, so you can just set up that here. And then there's one campaign confirmed code. So once you have provided them the codes, you can send a SMS after 4 hours to check with them. Did you have any questions about the codes I provided you? Or if they'll reply to any of your SMS, that campaign will stop. Okay, and you can see in the like you will get a notification, as well as you will see all the conversation here. And then there are like two more. So in the confirmed code campaign also, there's one more SMS that we have added. So you can send a follow-up SMS after 2 days to check if they are still interested in booking. And similarly, we have this campaign, the pending reservation. So as I mentioned, so whosoever is there in the book codes, confirmed codes, after 10 days it will move to the pending reservation. Or if you want to set a time when you want a lead to go from confirmed code to pending reservation, that's all up to you, and you can just set up a campaign here. Then again, job completed. Once the job is completed, you can send them this campaign. You can set up this campaign to like request them a review via SMS, via email, and you can just change the timing here. Okay, so that's all like adjustable, and it's very easy to do. And then again, one campaign to nurture, like you can set up this campaign to run after 30 days of the job completion. Okay, so there are like lots and lots of options that you can use from this app. You also have like mobile version. You can download the app from Google Play Store or Mac iOS Apple Store. Okay, so if you want to give it a try and want to use it for with your business, so you can just go to this website and request like apply for your trial. And also, like in future, if you have a team, okay, and that you want to, like if you want to give access to your team members, uh, if you have a CSR team, so you can just add your team members here. Okay, so there are a lot of options, lots and lots of options. We can help you build, uh, we can help you do the setup based on your needs. So all you have to do is to sign up for the app, apply for a free trial, and like we'll send you an email and with all the details, so that you can with the will your link that you can use to buy a number. And once you have your number, you can even set up a call with us, 20 minutes call, so that we can set up an app for you, for your needs. Okay, okay, so that's about it. I hope you like the training. uh, like guys, it will only and only worth if you will just implement everything that we have discussed today. Okay, it's only worth, and believe me, we charged a lot of money to our three clients and did all these changes on their business, and like have seen a dramatic increase on the revenue. Okay, so if we will apply each and everything that we have discussed today in this training, you will gonna not 2x, even 4x, 5x your current revenue. Okay, but if you have any needs, like if you want to discuss about your SEO efforts that you are currently doing, if you want to discuss about your Google AdWord campaigns, if you're currently running AdWord, or if you want to discuss anything else, you want to discuss about your website, so you can just set up a call with us. Okay, and I'll review your current efforts and we'll make a business plan how we can like increase your like current conversion rate plus increase your uh, leads volume. Okay, and in like in total, how we can increase your business, how we can grow your business, so that like you don't need to worry about, you just do what you're best at, and you can just like outsource everything to us, the digital marketing stuff, um, in which we are best at. Okay, thank you so much, thanks for joining in again, and we'll see you again. Thank you.